Hello everybody, welcome back to Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe, the bonus episode. Today, we're gonna be completing the true arena as Meta Knight. Now if you've watched Best Boy's Adventure in Guest Star, you would know why I'm completing this as Meta Knight today. But if you haven't, allow me to enlighten you. As you can see by the footage on screen right now, a fully charged Spark Shot deals 400 damage. A fully charged Hammer Flip deals 800 damage. Whereas Meta Knight's Counter, which is his new move in this game, deals 1000 damage and also deals the most damage in the entire game, I believe. So that's why I'm playing as Meta Knight today, just to show you guys how broken he is nowadays. But just a quick note, I did use 2 support items, maybe 3. I did use 2 Empty-Minutes, I'm sure of that. Maybe I used an energy drink, I'm not sure about that one. But I did use a few support items. But then again, they're here for a reason. If you're not supposed to use them, then they shouldn't appear. And you are allowed to use them, so I see no reason as to not use them, because it helped me, well, complete this more or less. If I didn't use them, I probably would have died. Either way, enough talking. Voiceover anomalous creator will be taking over now. Indeed I am, because right now you can see that I am starting my journey without my microphone turned on, because I do believe I recorded this at like 11 or 12. It was kind of late, I couldn't even talk because I had like throat issues. But as you can see, Meta Knight has prepared to complete the true arena all on his own, starting with Mr. Duder. As you can see, I'm mostly spamming my spin slash attack. And then I used my counter and nearly removed like a quarter of his health with just one attack. I can more or less just spam that, so you can more or less 5-shot every single boss in the entire game. Now as you can see, Mr. Duder EX is now jumping around, so I'm of course using my spin slash to not only dodge his attack, but also do a small amount of damage until he gets back down. And now is my time to strike, but I no longer need a counter to kill him. I mainly need 2 slashes. I completed that in 40 seconds. And of course he flies away. So next up is Fatty Puffer EX. When it comes to fighting him, using the counter mechanic against him could work, but it's still kind of risky because, you know, because of his rolling attack and his water spewing attack. But I managed to, well, stun him before he could even roll around for the first time. So now he's actually rolling around because he's pissed. And of course I fly up to dodge it, come back down. And instead of using his water spewing attack, he used that attack. The other one, so it's like the weaker version, more or less. And then I killed him with a spin slash, because he's weak. But as you saw, I only used my counter like once, I believe, and I didn't even do any damage, I think. I didn't really pay close attention. Anyway, the Sphere Doomers are next. And these might be the easiest bosses in the entire game now. I'll let the footage speak for itself. With 2 spin slashes, I already removed 2/3 of his health. And he's dead, before he could even hit me. So then next are the Sphere Doomers, their normal one and the fiery one. And with just 1 spin slash, I already move on to phase 2. Now you actually don't want to counter here because, well, you don't deal a lot of damage even if you do hit him. Because there's not even a 100% chance that you even hit him when you're using the countering move against that. So that's why I decided to not use it and just kill him with spin slashes. And then I messed up because I flew right into him. Well, actually, I wanted to dive into him to kill him, but then I hit him after my attack was over. So that only leaves the Ice Doomer, which is the strongest, but still pretty easy to beat nonetheless. Well, until I messed up. So then I decided, let's try again. Then I flew away, I charged up, as usual. I hit him once. For some reason, didn't charge at him. But even killed him before he managed to flip the screen. I forgot the word for it. Also, I'm not scripting this. I'm just, you know, covering this. Or voice-overing. Whatever you want to call it. Anyway, Boss Rush 2. Mini Boss Rush 2. First enemy, Kibbleblade. Just look at his health. He's dead in like 5 seconds. Next up we have Moundo. Same technique. Wait for him to attack. Well, spin slash, then let him attack. Counter. And there goes all of his health. Then he wants to jump onto me. He missed. And he died because of it. Next up we have Dubior and the Water Galbros. 2 at once. And this is where I actually pulled off one of the... Well, let's just say I got lucky. I managed to kill Dubior before he could do anything. And then I killed both of them with just 1 counter move. Next up we have Goliath EX, and I had to heal up because I was like down to 40%. So I wanted to heal up just in case. And I actually wanted to dive there, but instead I slid for some reason. You know, of course, same idea. Just jump down. Also, I have to voice over this for like 22 minutes. Because I believe I completed this in like... I can't remember actually how much minutes I completed this. But as you can see, Kirby jumping around left and right before he could even drop down onto the floor. He already got hit, and now he's pissed. And then he turned Super Saiyan with red eyes. Not sure what to call him. Guess I'm just gonna call him a monkey for now. I was going up to dodge that. That actually deals a lot of damage if you get hit. Then I got confused for some reason, and I used my countering move at the wrong time. Then I got hit again. And that's the moment I thought, okay, that's it. Now I just want to kill him. Except I didn't, as you can see, because I didn't get the timing right. So then I decided, let's kill him before he can, like, actually drop down. So that's what happened. Yeah, you gotta fly a bit faster if you want to get out of here. So next up we have mini boss rush number 1. So Gigant Edge and Bonkers and King Do. And of course, just look at his health. Nearly all of it is gone. Meta Knight is way too powerful in this. But then again, he does hold the current title of Strongest in the Galaxy, so I guess it's understandable. And then we have 2 of 1s. Well, guess what happens? Yeah, that happened. I killed both of them at the same time. So next up we have Metal General EX. And this is the boss I used to, like, look at the amount of damage I deal. So of course he holds a special place in my heart. Except for the fact that I have to murder him. But for some reason he doesn't go the right way. So it missed completely. But that doesn't matter. I still dealt 1,000 damage to him. And of course he gets angry. And I tried to destroy his rocket, but I wasn't able to. I'm not sure how or why. Because, well, Meta Knight still deals a lot of damage, but I didn't even manage to destroy one. I think I got a second chance. But even with that second chance, I wasn't able to destroy it in time. So it left a flaming trail on the floor. But of course, me being me, guess what I did? I used it to my advantage. Sure, I got hit twice, but I also managed to use my counter twice, which is my most powerful move. Next up is Wispy Woods, and he actually deals... Well, he doesn't deal a lot of damage, but he does have a few attacks that hit you, instead of just dropping apples onto your head. And naturally, I drop down as fast as I can, except when I don't. And there's the purple tree himself. So what you want to do is, wait for his tornadoes, and then hit him with that. Keep attacking him, until he becomes angry. Fly up, because that way you can damage him and dodge him. Except when you drop down like a big buffoon, like I did here. So that's the first time I actually got hit by Wispy Woods in my entire life. But I hit him much harder, so nothing to complain about. Next up we had the Grand Doomer, which is actually quite difficult to beat with only using a counter move. Because, well, he flies. And Meta Knight's counter move doesn't really hit the air. I mean, it kinda does, but not really. Because as you can see here, I mostly use my Spin Slash. Because if you don't include the... If you exclude the counter move, the Spin Slash deals the most damage. Teleporting around, flying into me. Well, at least he tries twice until he got hit. So then decided to Spin Slash him again, because he flies by way too fast. Then he uses Fireball move, or rather Fire Charge, because he just charges at me. Then he comes back, and I decided to murder him. Because I felt like it. And then he was gone, never to be seen again. Next up we had Landia, and this boss turned from one of the hardest to one of the easiest thanks to Meta Knight. Yeah, of course he's angry at me. So I decided to punish him for yelling at me. Your punishment is getting slashed across your face like 4 million times. I wanted to say 4,000, but then I decided 4 million because Meta Knight probably hit him a lot more than that. And even before he got to kick me, I already managed to anger him. So of course, now he uses this attack, but he moves across the screen, so guess what I do? And then I forgot that there's a cooldown on that attack of like 3 seconds. And then before he got to shoot his fireballs at me, he's already dead. Well, they're already dead. Not sure if they even have a gender, but they're 4. So next up we have the Maglar Epilogue bosses. Starting with, what's his name again? I forgot his name. Show me. Electrocutor, that's it. And usually you'd use a counter move there, but for some reason I didn't. And I can't seem to figure out why. It's probably because I'm a moron. Then he got angry, jumped into his hat, because, well, it's Mr. Duder. It's a magician, what the hell did you expect? And of course he tried to hit me, but I decided to dodge instead of hit him, because I couldn't hit him. So then he used that attack, spin slash right through. I also like the little bats that Meta Knight leaves off now when he used the spin slash. And even before he got to use the second attack, he's dead already. So next up we have, I can't remember the names because, well, they're new bosses. Fiery Puffer. That's it, Fiery Puffer. So next up is Fiery Puffer. You know, the boss that I fought without getting hit. At all. I think. Now I'm not gonna make that edit a second time if you thought that. So of course, I forgot that you can actually hit him here, so I didn't. Yeah, you can't hit him there. Fly back up. Stay up. Yeah, for some reason I dropped down, even though I didn't even know where he was going. But as you can see, before he got to do anything, he's dead. Well, aside from his rolling attack then. You fat lips. So next up we have the Destructive Doomers, and I paused the game on accident. What do you guys call it again? Something Doomers. I believe it was like Destructive Doomers or something. Rampaging Doomers. The names are Rampaging Doomers. And of course I was bopping to the music because it's pretty good music. So the Rampaging Doomers, they're actually more difficult than I seem, because you're playing as Meta Knight, so you can't really hit them. So if I were using the Spark ability, I would easily hit them just in the air. But as you can see, my counter hits don't reach them fast enough. So I'm restricted to spin slashes. Except for that one time I got lucky. So then I used some quick thinking and did that. Well, it's not really quick thinking, it's just logical. Then of course I got angry. Who do you think would win in the fight? These 4 or Landia? Both of them are wearing the crown. Well, parts of the crown. Well, Landia was wearing the entire crown, and these are wearing parts of the crown. So who of these 2 would win in a fight, you think? I personally think Landia because, well, they're already used to it, and they're still just 4 Rampaging Doomers who do nothing but, well, rampage. And I got lucky again, as you can see, because I hit 2 of them with the same move, removing like a quarter of their health. And as you can see, I already beat most of the Maglar Epilogue boss, and I've only fought in the arena for like, well, the true arena for 10 minutes and 24 seconds. Well, 25 when I count the 4 milliseconds. Actually, I'm not sure if they're milliseconds. I believe they're like 100th of a second. Anyway, Hydria. The combination of Fatty Puffer and, well, Goliath. Of course, he teleports around. And then decides to throw water at me for some reason. You're throwing water at a blade? What does that do? And I used a counter move too early. But he also hit above my head. So, in the end, neither of them reached anything. So then, of course, Meta Knight manages to enrage him, and his water turned to piss. So, of course, I drop down, use the spin slash on him again. For some reason, just use that, and then just stand there doing nothing instead of countering it. Which didn't make a lot of sense to me. Still doesn't. Yeah, you used a bit too early, buddy. Drop down, And for some reason I didn't use the counter move, like, immediately. And here it goes to show you that I'm still that dumb, lovable idiot from 3 to 4 years ago. Well, more than 3 years, but not nearly 4. And then my game turned to 30 frames a second for a few minutes, I believe. Not for the entirety of the video, I believe. But definitely for a few minutes. So next up we have the Crown Doomer. I believe in a fight between these two, the Crown Doomer would win. I'm not sure about the Rampaging Doomers, but the Crown Doomer would definitely win. Because he can harness the full power of the Master Crown. Well, maybe not the full power, because Maglar still did it better, but still. As you can see, I had a lot of trouble fighting him. Because we're an equal, like, we have the same amount of health. And I got hit there. But he mostly stays in the air, which is not ideal for Meta Knight. Because his spin slashes can't reach him. And I'm too slow to react to anything, apparently. I'd dodge if I were you. And as you can see, thanks to my quick thinking for real that time, I actually left one and then countered and then hit him in the air. Speaking of the air, you gotta stay up there for a few seconds, otherwise you would have died. And for some reason I didn't use the counter move there, but apparently I had other ideas, like my spin slash. And why did I decide to spin slash him there? Because you can't hit him. I'd get out of there if I were you. And this is the moment where I thought, oh god, I'm screwed. Because I did not know how to avoid these. As you can see right there. I almost wanted to jump. But I didn't. Because thanks to my quick thinking. And this is the moment where this is an opportunity to hit him a ton of times. But just not enough to kill him. So I just needed one more spin slash. That much I knew. So that is what I did. So there goes the Crown Doomer. And I'm nearly dead. Guess who I'm gonna be fighting next? This bastard. But of course in the arena he's way easier to beat. I remember when I played this the first time, like on a channel, and I lost against him with the hammer ability of all abilities. I lost against him with the strongest ability in the game. But as you can see, thanks to Meta Knight's new counter mechanic, he's become way easier because you can just hit him whenever you want. And he barely deals any damage. He barely deals any damage to you, but you deal a ton of damage to him. And of course, I forgot that there's a cooldown on that attack. But of course, thankfully, he used the spin attack, meaning that I could hit him again. But he came back and he was more pissed than ever because DDD's theme started playing. And for some reason, I used the counter there. I should have waited until the second time when he dropped down. And as you can see, I nearly died. I am nearly dead. If I get hit even once, it's over. I gotta restart. And I didn't like that idea, apparently. You can kill him anytime now. There we go. So there goes my first Maxim Tomato. I still have 7 left, so... Next up we have the Lore. The only time I got hit by him when fighting him was, well, when I played this the actual first time, like when the game just released. Either that or I got hit by him during the original playthrough. But I definitely didn't get hit during the Deluxe playthrough. I'm pretty sure of that. But maybe I got hit during the original one, but I definitely didn't get hit back then. And I believe I didn't get hit now either. Not sure. But I'm pretty sure I beat him without taking any damage. Because I knew how to dodge the attacks, but now... I mean, I fought him like 7 to 8 times because I like doing the true arena, getting a better personal record. And as you can see, I did get hit, because I'm an idiot. And my memory likes to, well, screw up from time to time. My head's like a hard drive. It contains a lot of memories, but sometimes it can decide to corrupt. And corrupt my files inside too. But it only happens every once in a while. Anyway, Maglar EX. As you can see, we only have 4 bosses remaining. My English, jeez. We only have 4 bosses remaining, and I'm only at 50.5 minutes. So that just goes to show just how strong Meta Knight is. I used a couple of spin slashes, and he's already in the second phase before using an actual attack. Shooting those orbs at me, I don't count shooting those orbs at me as an attack. So of course I kept running, because I didn't want to die. It's as simple as that. And I didn't, so wait for him. Remember that he's doing that twice, please. I'd wait a few more seconds if I were you. I could actually hit him with one more spin slash and then fly up fast enough, but it's pretty risky. So, unless you are like a master at mashing the A button and the up on a D-pad like I am, I wouldn't recommend using a second spin slash there. And this is so satisfying to me. Just destroying all 6 of those orbs because they fly into you. And down goes the Crowned King. Now we just gotta wait a few more minutes before he's completely corrupted by darkness. So next up is Galactonite. And this is a fight between knights, so I'll just shut my mouth and let you listen to this awesome remix. As you can see, I killed him with the counter move. Because he's an idiot. Yeah, as you can hear, apparently if you fight Meta Knight as Galactonite, you gotta get a different theme. So the theme playing during the first phase, I believe, was it plays during your fight against Final, DDD, and Meta Knight in Kirby Fighters 2. So like with the moon masks. And well, the second part is when you fight Galactonite and Kirby Planet Robobot. So it's not really a remix, but like, it technically is. It is a remix of the original song, but it's still like officially made by HAL Laboratory and Nintendo. Anyway, the Master Crown. It took me a few minutes to adjust to this fight, because as you saw, I didn't use my counter move when his arms went down into the portals. But I quickly adjusted, as you saw right there. But then I decided to be an idiot. And then he shoots a stupid laser at me. But of course I fly. And get deafened in the process. Didn't use my counter move for some reason. And that time it didn't even hit me. So it was wasting my time. These are pretty easy to dodge because there are only 2 of them. Well, 4 of them. There are 2 like tree trunks. Well, it's not really the trunk. It's like the God damn it, I forgot the word for it. And of course, that time I did counter him. And of course, he became pissed. But the word I was looking for is... oh, right, the roots. So like the roots came down onto me, and of course I countered it. Because you can only hit him when he's shooting his roots at you, or when he drops down onto the level. Anyway, a nice callback to Void Termina. You can see, you'd think I hit 2, but it only counts as 1. Because there are not 2 bosses, it's only 1. Even though there are 2 targets to hit, you only hit 1. So of course there's a giant apple now. Guess what I did? I countered it. Just to figure out, that doesn't destroy it in one go, so I had to use a spin slash to destroy it. Then somehow I got hit by him. Because I'm stupid. Then he disappeared just as I was about to kill him. So I decided to kill the Master Crown instead. And I always managed to kill him just before the epic part of the song. So now the final battle is at hand. Oh, I only used 2 healing items apparently. I think Meta Knight is ready for this final fight against Maglor EX. Because a gentle reminder, he's stronger than ever now. So now that the final battle's at hand, I'll let the music do the talking for me. Just a side note, don't try to counter Maglor's, like, his super ability attacks. It won't work, aside from the flare beam attack. Because as you saw, I tried to counter his sword attack and, well, it ended badly, just to say that. Just to say the least, it ended badly. But, the fight's over. And that also concludes our Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe bonus episode. As you can see, I completed my personal record of 24 minutes and 12 seconds and actually completed within 22 minutes. Well, actually, within 23. But let's just say 22 minutes, 49 seconds, and 90 100th. So, to keep it short, 22 minutes and 50 seconds. So that just shows just how broken Meta Knight is. Because as you can see, number 3 is Kirby with the Spark ability, and that costed me 24 minutes and 48 seconds. Either way, that was Kirby's return to Dreamland Deluxe, for real. So I will see you guys another time, another playthrough. See you guys next time.